Hello, my water signs. Welcome to your weekly reading. This is, of course, is all for my Cancers, my Scorpios, my Pisces, no matter where it is at in your chart. And we're going to be zeroing in on the week of October 10th to the October 17th. But of course, if you're coming across this outside of that time frame, then I always say, the Creator and Spirit are not bound by space or time. So if your intuition nudged you here, I would definitely watch, because I'm sure there is a message for you. But if you are watching this between October 10th and October 17th, the big energy I want to mention is the Aries full moon that's happening a few days after this time period on October 20th, but it's bringing in this beautiful energy. I did create separate videos for each zodiac sign for that moon, and I'll put a link here at the end of the video here, because it does cover the week before the full moon and up to 2 weeks after the full moon as well. So that does impact this week, of course. So if you want to check those out, I'll put that at the end there. But we're going to specifically look in here for this reading, just for this week of October 10th to October 17th for all water signs. And we're going to have a unicorn experience. I've got 2 decks here of unicorn oracle cards. The first one's the magic of the unicorns. And we're just going to see what the Creator wants our water signs to know about this week in general. So Creator for our water signs. Okay, what do you want them to know? You've got open your heart. I love that. Boo 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 boo. Love that they're giving love through their heart chakras to each other. So it says, love yourself, dare to be vulnerable. So definitely it's a week of opening up your heart, not being afraid to express the love you have without expectation, right? It says there are 33 chambers in your heart chakra, all containing lessons of love. Your heart is open to the extent that you have mastered these. A warm and loving heart enfolds other people so that they feel safe and loved, and in return, they love you. As your heart opens and you feel free to share your feelings, you also allow yourself to be vulnerable, so people immediately trust you and feel close to you. This card reminds you to be generous and giving of yourself. Your guidance is to breathe into your heart and ask your unicorn to illuminate the center with its horn of diamond light. When it pours pure love into all the chambers of this chakra and lights them up, this dissolves any old hurts or blocks you may still have. Most important of all, appreciate yourself. Be kind to yourself. Feel your heart becoming warm and expansive. Your unicorn is reminding you that when you love and value yourself, any lower emotions dissolve in the glow of your inner worth. Then you become caring and compassionate towards humans and animals. You radiate unconditional love and acceptance towards all sentient beings, and they respond with kindness. You see the loving essence of others, and your path becomes happier. So opening your heart is the greatest possible way to light up your journey, for an open heart attracts help, kindness, true friendships, and all the support you need from the human, animal, and angelic worlds. So I love that. Definitely, it's a time for you opening up your heart, filling that up, starting with loving yourself and accepting the unconditional love from the Creator of all things. Really meditating on that, really sitting with that you are unconditionally loved, meaning no conditions whatsoever, by the Creator of all things, the Mother and the Father of all things, our Creator. They love you without condition. There's nothing you can do to earn it. You have it just for being you. There's nothing you can do to lose it, because there's no conditions around it. So when you sit with that and feel that worth of yourself based on that, boom, that's going to fill this beautiful 33 chamber heart chakra right there, and just flow out that love. It's going to fill you up and overflow out to the world. I love it. Then we're going to pull a card here from these Oracle of the Unicorns. Let's see what else the Creator wants you to know about this week. What else do we need? Beautiful, but we love any messages we get from the other side, right? So that is the card there. Yep, balance. Beautiful butterflies. Flying unicorn. And it says, take time to relax, indulge a little more or less, set boundaries with your work. So yeah, definitely balancing all the outside world. And definitely when you fill up with this love, I mean, that does bring this balance into your world, because we get out of balance when we are trying so hard to become someone, to achieve something, because when we have our worth based on the external things, we go way out of balance trying to gain that validation and that worth from the outside world, don't we? You know, because we become desperate. You know, we fear that we're unlovable and that other people's actions are reaffirming that. And so we desperately try to get that love from the outside world. But when we fill up on the inside, it does. It's like the balancer of life. We realize we have everything we need inside us. Everything else on the outside is extra. So where before we felt so much lack because there was never enough love in the outside world to fill us up, we're never going to find what we need in the outside world. But then all those, you know, well, that love from the outside world that was lacking, when we're filled up on the inside, it's all extra above and beyond, and it's like, oh yum, extra little tidbits, but that's not our main course, right? That's just little after dinner mints. All right, let's see what else comes in here with this card here. It says there is an area of imbalance in your life that needs addressing so you can lift yourself up into happiness and health. Moderation is the key to feeling good. This may relate to work, play, spending, saving, exercising, resting, being social, or spending time alone. If you've been working hard, staying up late to get things done, working at weekends, and not taking breaks, then this is a call to set a better balance between work and personal time. If you've been following a strict diet, are feeling deprived, this card encourages you to relax a little and find healthier ways to treat yourself without overdoing it. Equally, if you've been indulging a bit too much, it's time to take control and honor your body with healthier foods, exercise, and rest. In whichever area you need to create balance, be sure to look under the surface for any emotional causes for your behavior. Often there can be a belief that needs releasing or a wound that needs healing before you can enjoy moderation and be more gentle with yourself. When you find your own point of balance, you will feel happier, healthier, and have the energy to get out and enjoy life even more. Yeah. So I love that, especially when this talked about filling up with this love helps go into all those chambers where there could be some hurts and some lower vibration love energy. And when you fill up with that unconditional love, that heals old wounds. It allows you to see that you were never going to find what you were looking for out there. That individual that did those things, or those people that did those things or didn't do those things, that we put a story around it about our worth, really has nothing to do with our worth. We find it from the inside, and then all those other things kind of dissipate and drift into the background. Our energy is no longer invested in those, right? We're going to pull some additional cards here from the Good Tarot and just see what additional message the Creator has. All right, so for our water signs, what else do you want them to know about this week? Okay. The moon. Why am I not surprised? This is totally water. This is totally you. And this is, of course, connecting to the unknown, to connecting to the upper worlds. The moon, of course, impacts water, the tides, our emotions. Moons are also always an emotional time for us. So definitely with this Aries full moon coming up, I would really encourage you, because you are so impacted being a water sign and having that in your chart, that you want to be aware of what energies it's bringing and what advice and tools they provide in the reading for you, for that as well. But it's beautiful because this is all about, this is where you swim, this is where you live, this is where you are. So nothing to be afraid of. Emotions are your realm. You've swam in them and can go deeper and handle any storms that happen in the water more than any other sign. So definitely, though, this is about connecting to your deep emotions and understanding them. Yeah, because here, love, here's the love card. This is number 6, which would be the lovers normally. I kind of feel like this has a big strength card feel to it as well. But I do, I love that this is love, that this is the whole purpose of this reading here, about opening your heart to that unconditional love that comes from above. Because this is about decisions that have to do with your heart, decisions, your choice of what story you're putting around the love that is in your life and the love that has been in your life. And it's beautiful because you get to choose what you do with that, right? You get to choose what story you put about your worth on all your past experiences, right? And you get to connect to that. I really feel like that is the big message for you here, with all those chambers of the heart. When it fills up with that unconditional love, it does bring in this, beautiful awareness. And 18 is this card, 8 and 1 is 9, and this is card number 9, as well. And actually the 6 upside down is a 9 that I'm looking at it from my viewpoint. But there's this beautiful message of connecting to that love within you, seeing your whole past experiences in a whole new light. Let's see what this one is here too. Okay. So, strength card. So when I said this reminded me of the strength card, well, here you get the strength card. And this is beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful card here. And the whole message for me of the strength card is that here's our human small self that is kind of ruled by fight or flight and our fears in our life, all the conditional love and, all that. And it's taught when it comes down here and, through our life, the line is said, you're hungry, you're thirsty, well, look out here. You're going to find things that are going to, make you feel full and quench your thirst. And the lion goes, okay. And he goes, do, and he goes out into the world and he eats and he becomes hungrier. He drinks and he becomes thirstier. He drinks more and he becomes even more thirstier. He eats more, he becomes even more hungry. And so he ends up going through the jungle, roaring out of desperation because he's starving and he's not finding anything that is filling him up for long, if at all, or quenching his thirst any, if at all. And then you have your higher self. Usually there's the infinity symbol somewhere, which I don't see it, on her, but this is our infinite self. This is our spiritual self. This is the powerful, supernatural, eternal spirit being that we are. It is full of unconditional love. It is unconditional love. It's what we really are. And it hears the lion roaring in the jungle. And so it comes down because it has heard its cry. And it doesn't come down to stab it and put it out of its misery. It doesn't come down to cage it and put it in a cage to keep it under control. Or it doesn't try to suppress it by using a whip and chair like they show in the circuses where they make it obey. it brings it down and gives it what it's been thirsting and hungering for all along, which is the unconditional love from above, right? And so it comes down, hugs it, loves it, and the lion transforms from this roaring lion in the jungle to this little purring little lion cub sitting in the lap of our higher self, feeling loved and complete, right? This is what it ends up looking like. And feeling safe, unconditionally loved for the first time in its life. And so I really feel like this has been the message about, what we're really hungering for, what that thirst and all that fear was based on, is because we were looking for love that was never going to satisfy us, right? So beautiful. And then we're going to pull some more cards here from these everyday tarot and just see what else the Creator wants us to know. But I love this beautiful message because it is. I mean, here's the hungering, it gives it the love, and then here is the lion feeling calm and full and complete, and then you walk together in a whole different way. This lion, once he has this love, he's not this starving, desperate, hungry lion any longer. He feels whole and complete, and he can walk through life in a whole different way, right? Sure, he's going to smell food and go, oh, look, Chinese food. I remember eating that. Let's try some of that. And it's like, oh, I'm hungry again. And it's like, oh, that's right. Let me turn to you for my love. All right, Creator. For our water signs, what else do you want them to know about this upcoming week, please? Okay, what else? Okay. All right. The Empress, beautiful. Mother Nature, Mother Nurture. She brings this vessel here. You can see the star on top of there. That's like this, for me on this deck, this represents like the Aquarian energy. This is the vessel that houses the unconditional love of the Creator. I mean, she's Mother Nature, Mother Nurture. She brings the love of nature into the world, birthing things that are new. She encompasses, love and creativity. And so I love that she has appeared, because that is very much this, this talks about nurturing yourself. This is a message of definitely nurturing the love that you deserve, giving yourself the love that you deserve, drinking of that unconditional love that's from above. So it just really reiterates that. And you've got the Seven of Swords. Swords are your thoughts, your beliefs, your mentality, your mindsets. And I love this for you because normally this is like the thief or deception card. And I love how they have, like, there's two swords being left behind. You are questioning all these small t truths of the outside world of this is going to fulfill you, this is going to make you feel lovable, this is going to make you feel whole. And as you're connecting to this unconditional love from above, you realize that there's a lot of these small t truths that were just opinions on the outside world that are not capital T truths. Those things are not ever going to fulfill you, and you find that love, and you find the strength and the awareness to let those old ways of thinking go. And I really feel you don't even have to work at it. It's just questioning those as you connect to this love. It's a no-brainer. In fact, your brain looks at it and goes, this love makes sense and makes me feel whole and complete. All those others didn't, and so that is a lie, and I won't believe that anymore. And the thought and that belief falls away on its own because your brain knows you'll never believe that again, having experienced this love, experiencing, the connection to your higher self, bringing that beautiful balance in. And you have the Three of Pentacles. This is about you bringing some sort of beautiful masterpiece and work of art, a work of your love to the world. And it is this awareness about this, there's individuals here that are going to naysay and like kind of dream stompers, right? And those, those are easy to take out of our lives because we know that. This person here, though, the people who praise us and support us in the external world, those can be even more influential and impact us more than these do. Because these people are the ones that go, wow, I love what you're doing with your life. I love how you're expressing yourself. I love what you're doing. Have you ever thought of ... And because our ego wants that love, wants that external love, it doesn't want to lose it, they can influence us more and make us go off our path a little more and not live the authentic life that we are wanting to live, right? You got 3, the Empress, the creativity. You got 3, the Pentacles. And so there's this awareness of finding that love from within and from above, from your higher self. Be your authentic self. Express that love to the world in your own unique, creative way. Yes, you can listen to others. And if there's something that resonates going, I love that idea, then you can bring that into your plan, but understand the intentions of it, understand where that influence is coming from, right? If it's like, well, I don't want to hurt their feelings because then they'll be mad at me and they'll stop supporting me, so I'll find some way to put that in there. It's like, nope, if it's not like a, wow, yes, it feels so right, and it's, this confirmation that you're getting, from the nature, from your support team, from your higher self. If it's not that, then put it to the side, right? You don't have to do it. You don't have to be afraid, because that doesn't fill you up. That doesn't quench your thirst. Your love from above, from your higher self, is what does that. Love it, I love it, I love it. All right, well, I'm going to leave the reading there. Just know that in addition to these readings, I also do put out monthly readings for each individual zodiac sign. I'll link that up in one of these corners here in a moment, along with that Aries full moon playlist, if you want to check out that energy in those messages as well. And I do put out multiple different types of readings throughout the month, so if you want to be kept in the loop when those come out and see what messages are coming, or keep abreast of all the energy changes that are happening throughout the month, if you haven't done so already, just click the subscribe button down below, and that's going to make this little notification bell pop up. And when that does, if you click on that, then you'll be notified when those new readings come out. So easy breezy. All right, well, I'm going to leave it there. Just know that I love you very much, and I'm sure I'll be talking to you very soon. But until then, you take care.